Hi there, it's Margie Worrell here. Have you ever held back from putting yourself out there, perhaps extending an invitation or asking someone for help, asking someone to give you something or do something for you because you were afraid that they might say no? You were afraid of being rejected. If so, then you're not alone. In fact, nearly everybody I know has held back from doing something at some point in their career, in their business, in their relationships, in their life, because they have been afraid of the rejection that may come. But here's the deal when it comes to rejection. It's actually not the rejection itself that we're afraid of. What we're afraid of is how we will feel because of the interpretation we put on it. The event itself, someone saying, no, I'm not willing to do that, or no, I'm not interested in going out for lunch with you, or no, I won't give you a pay rise, or no, I don't want you on my team, or whatever the case may be. That event itself isn't what we're afraid of. What we're afraid of is feeling rejected, of feeling like we aren't worthy or wanted in some way. But what if you took a different approach to rejection? What if actually you didn't make it and take it as a sign that you aren't worthy, that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you're not wanted, and actually you saw it simply as a stepping stone to moving toward the things you most want in your life, as a necessary prerequisite to opening the doors and creating the opportunities you want most? So often people hold back and reject themselves before anyone else has a chance to reject them because they're afraid of that sting of rejection. In my article this month, I've written about the importance of risking rejection because I know from my own experience, particularly over the last 13, 14 years, as I've built a whole new career for myself, I've had to put myself out there and risk rejection so many times I have lost count. And believe me, it's not done without a fear or a nervousness in my belly or I hope they say yes. It's been done so many times with this deep sense of vulnerability of here we go again. What if they say no? What if they're not interested? What if they don't even reply to my email or return my call? I know when I wrote my very first book, Find Your Courage, I ended up self-publishing it because not even a book agent, a literary agent, was interested in representing me. And so I self-published it and then I sent it out to all of the big publishing houses in New York and around the US, saying, would you be interested in republishing my book? Because that would give it the distribution that I wanted it to get. And, one email and one letter after another came in saying, thank you very much, but no thank you. We wish you all the very best. I'm sure you've had a few of those yourself. And then one day, about 6 months in, I got this email from McGraw-Hill, and they said, we think this is the best self-published submission we've had in a long time. We'd love to buy the international rights. And can you believe that? I was so excited. I didn't even think to negotiate. I just said yes to their offer. And Find Your Courage is now available in 7 languages. I share that with you, not because I want you to buy a copy. Frankly, I'd love it if you did, but actually because the value of my book wasn't any less the day before they said yes than the day after. What was in it was just as valuable but between those 2 days. But one day, no one had seen value in it, and the next day, someone who had a position of influence saw value in it. Likewise for you. Just because people may not see value in what you're offering right now, just because people may say no, doesn't mean you don't have value to bring, doesn't mean you're not worthy, doesn't mean you don't have a lot to bring. It just means maybe they, at this point in time, aren't seeing it. So don't take it personally, but do take feedback, and when you can, ask questions and say, hey, I'd really love to understand why you haven't taken on my service or my offering or given me the job or the promotion or accepted my proposal. Because often in the rejection, there's some really valuable feedback that you can take and you can use to hone your offer, to hone your wares, to present yourself in a light that maybe people will say yes more often in the future. So don't take rejection personally and don't let it go to waste, but do risk more of it, because in the end, it comes down to simple math. The more often you put yourself out there, the more often you lay your vulnerability on the line, the more often you risk the possibility of being rejected by somebody that may not even know who you are, the more likely you're going to open those doors of opportunity, that you're going to forge connections and build relationships and establish for others who you are so they know, hey, this is who this person is, this is what they want, this is what they'd love me to do. You may not always get what you want, but you will get a lot closer to getting it next time because at least people now know what you want. So don't reject yourself first. Don't take it too personally. Don't close the door on creating opportunities that you really want because you're afraid of feeling that sting of rejection. I know I felt it numerous times and I've had to just say, you know what, I'm not letting this define me and I'm certainly not going to let this deter me from moving forward to what it is I want. And I really want the same for you. Be brave. Put yourself out there more often. Risk the possibility that people may not say yes to what you're asking or offering. And I know that over time, you will move yourself closer to what it is you want. You know, the fact is that the more often you're willing to risk it, the more quickly you'll move toward getting what you want. There's a very strong relationship, very strong correlation between having what you want and having the guts to ask for it. Go on, be brave, risk more rejections.